Okay, so for this project, you're going to need some alum, which is aluminium sulfate. You can get this at your pool shop. Some sodium-free salt, which is potassium chloride, which you can get at your health store. Some borax you can get at your pharmacy. Some Epsom salts, which you can get at your supermarket. A 1-inch copper tube, which you can get at your plumbing supplier. 1-inch end cap, also at a plumbing supplier. A magnesium rod, also at your plumbing supplier. Some sandpaper and a bit of hot glue. And so let's put all these ingredients together and see what battery we can come up with. I started by sanding the copper tube inside and out. This will increase the surface area and also that the borax water can get into the copper, which you'll see in a moment. I also sanded the magnesium rod and end cap. This is to increase the surface area. Then you need to add a bit of hot glue to the end of the magnesium rod. This is to insulate the magnesium from the copper. Then dissolve some borax in water. I use 2 boxes, but only one is needed. You can add a bit of heat to make the process go a little bit quicker. Then I poured the water into a tube. You can use a dish from your kitchen, but I wasn't allowed. Then heat your copper up and cool it off in the borax water. Do this process about 3 times. This changes the composition of the copper and will increase the voltage of your battery. However, this process is not necessary and you can still make a great battery. Dip your heated copper into the water gently because the water will boil rapidly and jump out and burn you. Once that's done, you can solder the end cap. Soldering is really easy. Just add your flux to both the end cap and the tube, then heat the tube and let the heated tube melt the solder. The batteries we are making are called crystal batteries and have been rumored to last for years. Blend or grind the more grainy powders like the Epsom salts into a finer powder. Once that's done, pour half a cup of each of the powder into a blender and blend all together. Then insert your magnesium rod with the hot glue side facing down. Then hold the magnesium rod so that it doesn't touch the copper and put the powder into the tube. This might look like a long process, but it actually fills up quite quick. I got this idea from LaserAd where you can use a 25mm PVC pipe which fits perfectly over the magnesium rod and into the copper tube. You need to then hammer to compress the powdered mix. This cements the powder into position. Then you can use ordinary hose clamps to clamp the wires to the magnesium and copper. And now we're ready to test. With a nice 1.34 volts. But I only have 3 volt LEDs, so I'm going to need a dual thief circuit, which you can see how I made in another video. That is really bright. The camera actually doesn't show the full extent. You can also make smaller batteries, which does the same, but probably won't last as many years. Then of course, if you link them in series, you don't need a dual thief. Okay, so the great thing about these batteries is that you can also recharge them. So you're looking at this one is 1.124 volts, and we got our DC voltage supplier. This is a 3 volt voltage supplier, and we're just going to connect it to here, and you'll see how this charges. One there, and we'll just leave that for a while, and we'll come back and see how much it's gone up by. Alright, and then you can see that I've managed to charge it up to 1. I don't know what's happening there. There we go. That's the true voltage there. Alright, so I've decided to put a bit of a finish to this battery and attach my jewel thief, and there we have it, a torch. And look at that. I'm actually really impressed. A homemade rechargeable battery turned into a torch. This is fantastic. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching.